Welcome to West Country Wanderings. Bit of a strange one for you today. It's one of my short bite series. I'm here at Cammon Dursley Station in Gloucestershire. I'm going to catch the train down to Filton Abbey Wood, which is a suburb of Bristol, which is a strange location for one of my videos, isn't it? The reason I'm going there today is to have my booster vaccine jab, having it at the University of West of England. They've got a huge hub there. It used to be one of the Nightingale hospitals. I probably won't be able to film in the jab. I'm not going to be doing the jab bit itself, but I thought we'd go down, have a look at the station down there, have a look at Filton as time allows, because I don't have a great deal of time, and have a look around and just show you the buildings around the University of the West of England, which is in Bristol. So why not join me on the tour here today on West Country Wanderings.
Is a Great Western Railway service to Castle Carey. Please wear a face coat.
Train services will be amended over the festive period. Please visit gwr.com/Christmas for more information.
So here I am at Filton Abbey Wood. This station reopened in I think it was 1996, just on one platform, and a couple of years ago it's now been extended to 4 platforms because the track here between here and Bristol Temple Meads has now been 4-tracked. The reason for the expansion or reopening of the station, it coincided with the Ministry of Defence opening their MOD procurement offices also here in 1996, and it actually employs 13,000 people. Filton's actually got many connections to the military. Here's of course the site of the former Filton airfield, and just train passing through again, so I think it's stopping. I think that's why they no, that one isn't stopping. That's why they decided to build the MOD site here, because obviously a lot of people here used to work for British Aerospace when they had their big factory just over the way here in Filton. And Filton of course is most famous for Concord. It's where Concord was built in conjunction with the French, and the first tests of the aircraft were done at the runway, which is probably just about half a mile from where I currently stand. But sadly now it's all disused, though there is a museum there, and that's possibly something what we'll be covering at a future date here on West Country Wanderings. I'm now at the University of West of England, and I was intrigued to wonder why I was having my vaccination there. What happened was I went online to see where I could book my booster vaccination, and some of the options included places in Coventry, Birmingham, and this one in Bristol. In fact, there was 3 or 4 in Bristol, but they were the other side, the southern side. So this was the nearest one, even though that's still 35 miles, maybe a little bit more than where I live, and traffic in Bristol, as you know from my Clifton video, is notorious. So I thought I would come on the train, and it's taken me about 15 minutes, not very long at all, to walk here to this huge UWE French Hay campus. I think that's what it's called. Now interestingly, where I'm having my vaccination, and I don't think I'm going to be able to film down there at all, it's just over the other side of the car park to my right at the moment. It was one of the NHS Nightingale hospitals, and it's also part of the UWE's arena, The Nightingale Hospital closed, but back in the summer, the local NHS Trust, which is also the one for Bristol and South Gloucestershire and Gloucestershire, they've all kind of linked up together to make this a regional vaccination centre, and they are trying to get through 1,000 people a day, which is quite something. So it's going to be quite a big place when I get in there in a few minutes time. So yeah, that's basically how I come to be here. So I just booked it online. So what I would say, if you haven't had your booster yet, you can just go online onto the government NHS website and just get yourself booked in. It may mean that you need to travel, but it's better to be safe than sorry. It's worth it. And then you just come and, maybe like me, find somewhere interesting that you haven't actually been to before. Now, I walked past the very, very large MOD, Ministry of Defence procurement depot, the Abbey Wood site, and huge fencing there, lots of security, and obviously I wasn't going to get my camera out anywhere near there. The footpath, as you exit the station at Filton Abbey Wood, runs alongside that huge Ministry of Defence establishment until it meets the main Bristol ring road. I think it's the A4174, something like that. So you're in a narrow kind of cycle path, footpath, hemmed in between the railway on one side and this huge fence and the MOD building on the other. So I couldn't film there at all. So that's why this is the first time I've been able to talk to you since I got off the train at Filton Abbey Wood. But it's interesting. But what I just have noticed just over the other side, I'll see if I can do a little clip of that, is the Bristol Robotics Centre. Because of the technical nature of Filton in terms of its background, in terms of history of engineering, this is a bit of a hub in terms of creativity and technological advancement. And because of this is one of the reasons why this university is here and this campus grew up at this site here in Filton. And so I'll just see if I can get a clip of that just down over the way. Well, just come out of the vaccination centre. I had the Moderna booster vaccination. Actually, it's quite interesting because I've had the 3 vaccines now. Obviously, the first one, that was at Buckfast in South Devon, if you know that area. That was the central hub for the whole of the South Hams, which is where I was living at the time. I then had my second vaccination when I was living in Cornwall at the Stithians Showground, and now today I've had my booster vaccination here at the University of West of England at the vaccination hub here in Bristol, well, just outside Filton. So yeah, it was a really smooth procedure. The only difficulty I had was that I'm wearing a shirt, and of course I tried to roll up the sleeve and I had some difficulty in getting the slots, so they had to nurse the screens. They had to bring the screens around because I had to pull back the collar of my shirt back down. So, you know, just for privacy series, they had the screens around, but yeah, all done. Then had to obviously sit in the waiting area for 15 minutes to see if there was any adverse reactions. I feel absolutely fine, so it's all been done now. So what I'm going to do now is going to walk back to Filton Abbey Wood Station. As I say, it's about a 15-minute walk, and then catch the train back home. So hope you've enjoyed this very short bite here on my channel, West Country Wanderings, today. Something a little bit different, something I've never done before. So just an insight into personal life, but obviously we're all getting the vaccines, and most of us will be going through this again, through the whole booster procedure. So I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be something which is more normal to my channel coming along very, very soon now. But if you hit that subscribe bell, then YouTube will tell you what that video, then that next one will be. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Make sure you get your vaccine booster booked in, and I hope to see you all again on my channel very, very soon. Take care now. Cheers. Bye bye.